Hi guys, something quick for now. When I was talking about Khamul and Amdur, I never mentioned Feint, which is a special action granted to you by Sword. This is because I actually stopped using those actions, as I think the benefits are not that great when it comes to swords. So, what Feint is? Basically, you can declare that your model will use Feint at the start of a combat, and you will lower your fight value by d3 points to see who wins the duel. And this is really something I don't like when it comes to Amdur and Khamul, probably because I run them mounted most of the time. With Amdur, you can actually find some uses for Feint, especially if you run him on foot, because then you can give him like black dragons with pikes to give him fight 4 anyway. But to the point. So if you manage to win the fight, despite this decrease in your fight value, you will have to reroll once to wound. And once again, I primarily run Khamul as my hero of choice, so yes, Amdur could use that, especially with pike support, especially when using Durtus as double-handed weapon, but as I said, I mainly use Khamul. I just like Khamul more. So with all that said, I will not mention Feint in any of the future profiles, because also swords and daggers give you option to make a stab move. Stab is when you have lower fight value than the enemy you fight with. And what stab does, it's basically Feint, but with some drawbacks. Because you still have to reroll once to wound if you manage to win, but if you will lose the fight, you are taking additional strength to hit. This may seem like nothing really important, but trust me, I lost some warriors to those strength to hits. I just wanted to talk about this. I just wanted to be done with this. As I said, I just don't like this action. It lowers your fight value. It will sometimes make your own troops more vulnerable because of the strength 2 hit if you lose a fight, as if losing a fight wasn't enough. That's all about swords and feint. I just don't like this action. If you would like to use it, if you would like to experiment it, of course do that. Maybe you will find yourself more Amdur guy, more Amdur on foot guy, and you will have some great melee out of reroll once to wound, but it's just not for me.